Hello and welcome in our YouTube channel Metallurgical Facts. So in this video series we are doing metallurgical engineering question practice for GATE metallurgy. So this is part 12 of this video series, and before this already given 11 part in this video series. So hope this video series will be helpful for your examination preparation, and you can do a lot of practice through this video series for GATE 2021. Okay, and suppose if you are finding any problem, any query in these type of questions or any questions in gate previous year papers, so you may send us the questions. We will try to solve those questions through the video solutions. Okay, so now we will do the question. So the first question is the temperature of antiferromagnetic to paramagnetic transition is called. Okay, so this is the type of magnetic material, and this is also a type of magnetic material. This magnetic material, type of magnetic material, I have already discussed in one of the previous video in physical metallurgy playlist. So you may go through that playlist and watch that video for the example of antiferromagnetic, for the paramagnetic examples. Okay, and also I told you the ordering, magnetic ordering and spins in these type of magnetic materials. Okay, so here the question is the transition temperature at which this antiferromagnetic to paramagnetic take place uh, is known as. Okay, so option A is antiferromagnetic Curie temperature, B is Curie temperature, C is Néel temperature, and divide temperature. Okay, so first of all I will tell you about this thing. So you must have heard about this Curie temperature. So Curie temperature, you all know. So this Curie temperature is basically used for ferromagnetic to paramagnetic transition. Okay. So if the ferromagnetic material take changes into paramagnetic material at which temperature? At that temperature, this temperature is known as Curie temperature. Okay. So this may be a ferromagnetic material, or this may be a ferrimagnetic material also. Okay. So these both type of material uh, uh, changes into the paramagnetic type, so that temperature is known as Curie temperature. Okay, so for example, you may remember that for iron this Curie temperature is 768 degrees centigrade, some approximate. Okay, and for cementite, so these two are important, that's why I'm telling. For cementite this is 210 degrees centigrade. Okay, so these are the Curie temperatures of iron and cementite. Okay, so what is Curie temperature? Curie temperature is the temperature where ferromagnetic material changes into the paramagnetic material. Okay, so Curie temperature is not correct answer here, because they are asking for antiferromagnetic to paramagnetic. Okay, so what is the divide temperature? Divide temperature is basically the temperature which correlates the elastic properties. So this divide temperature basically correlates the elastic properties with the thermodynamic properties. Okay, so thermodynamic properties, so this temperature is known as divide temperature. So above this temperature or below this temperature we can explain the thermal expansion, thermal conductivity, and lattice enthalpy, finance. Okay, so all that term will come after this divide temperature. Okay, so this is also not correct, because this is not related to the transition temperature. Okay, so the next option is antiferromagnetic Curie temperature. So this is also not correct, because this is not any term. Just they create option. Okay, so C option is Néel temperature. So what is this Néel temperature? Néel temperature is the temperature at which this antiferromagnetic material changes into the paramagnetic material. Okay, so this temperature is known as Néel temperature. Okay, so you can remember that this Néel temperature is basically antiferromagnetic transition into the paramagnetic material. Okay, so for this question C part is correct here. Okay, so C part is correct, and this is the correct explanation of this question. Okay, so this is also important, and this figure is also important, that is Fe 768 degrees centigrade and cementite 210 degrees centigrade Curie temperature. Okay, so C part is correct. So the next question is, a cubic metal has density of 19,000 kg per meter cube. So density they have given. So rho is equals to 19000 kg per meter cube. So whenever you are doing numerical type of questions, NAT type of questions in GATE exam also, please try to write down the given data, so that you may have idea about the formula. Okay, so this A is cubic density is given, that is 19,000 kg per meter cube, and lattice parameter of 0.4 nm. Okay, so lattice parameter is also given, that is 0.4 nm, that is in nanometers, and also try to change it into the 1 unit system. Okay, So A is equals to 0.4 into 10 power minus 9 in meters. Okay. And atomic weight is also given. So atomic weight we can represent through capital A. So A is equals to 183, but they did not give the unit. So always atomic weight will be in gram per moles. Okay. So please try to remember this. Because of this unit, people did the mistake in this type of question. Okay. So please try to remember these silly things so that you can avoid the silly mistakes in exams. Okay. So they are asking the effective number of atoms in an unit cell of the metal is. Okay, so they are asking about effective number of atoms, that is n. Okay, so what is the this formula of this density which relates this effective number of atoms? So you can say that theoretical density. Okay, so theoretical density is basically rho is equals to Na by Vc into Na. Okay, so what is this n? N is equals to number of effective atoms, in an unit cell. Okay, effective atoms in an unit cell. And what is this A? A is atomic weight. Okay, atomic weight. So if this will be in gram per mole, so unit of this density will also get changed, like that, gram per meter cube. Okay, so this Vc is basically known as volume of cube. Okay, so volume of cube, how we can find? Here we can find like that, Vc is equals to A cube. Okay, so we can find easily. And what is this Na? Na is basically Avogadro number. And suppose if you forget this value, you can find this value from the constant list. Okay, so Avogadro number will be equals to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 per moles. Okay, so this will be the unit of this Avogadro number, 6.023 into 10 power 23 per moles. Okay, so now you can put the values here and you can find your answer. So Vc, how we can find? Vc is equals to A value is 0.4 into 10 to the power 9 whole cube. Okay, so you can find the Vc from here. Okay, so this will be approximately equals to 0.064 into 10 to the power 27 meter cube. Okay, so now we know every value, so we can put here and we can find the value of this n. Okay, so rho value is given, that is 1900. So this is in kg and this is in gram, so we can change accordingly into gram per meter cube, like that, 10 to power 3 gram per meter cube. Okay, so we can multiply by 10 to power 3 changing into gram per meter cube. Okay, so this will be equals to n. A value is given, that is 183, and you can change this 183 gram per mole into 183 kg per mole, or you can change this 19,000 kg per meter cube into 19,000 in gram per meter cube also. Okay, you can do anything. So Vc will be equals to 0.064 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 multiplied by Na, that is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, in gram per mole. So from here you can find this n value. N value will be equals to approximate equals to 7323.968 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 10 power minus 27 multiplied by 23. Okay, so this is, I am doing step by step to avoid the silly mistakes only. Okay, so this n will be equals to, here we can find that like that. So this n will be equals to 4. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is 4. Okay, so 4 is correct answer here, and this is the correct way of doing this question. So this is theoretical density formula, and also I supplied the PDF. In that PDF also I mentioned this formula with the example. So you can go through that PDF and you can find these formulas. So this is very simple, but question is very nice. Okay, so 4 is correct answer for this question. So the next question is, in case of closed packed structure, that is CPS, closed packed structure, octahedral voids have the coordination number. Okay, so A option is 4, 8, 6 and 12. So they are asking about octahedral voids in closed packed structure. So about the closed packed structure, we can say that this closed packed structures are basically FCC or SCPs. Okay, so for these closed packed structures, octahedral voids have coordination number is equals to 6. Okay, so through the figures we can represent this octahedral whites, but due to the lack of time we cannot represent here, because that is the that it depends on the presentation whether you will understand that octahedral white coordination or not. Okay, so octahedral whites coordination will this octahedral whites will have coordination number of 6, and for tetrahedral whites this coordination number will have value of 4. Okay, so this is 6 for octahedral whites, and for tetrahedral whites coordination number is 4. Okay, so 6 is correct answer for here, so C part is correct. Okay, so the next question is matching type of question. So this is very important matching, and this is basically from secondary steel making. Okay, so this is the group first and group second is here. Some process name or some methods are given here, and some uh, causes are given here for um, corresponds to these processes. Okay, so this first process is aluminum addition. The second is argon stirring, oxygen injection, and calcium carbide injection. So for matching type of questions, I already told you, like write like that PQRS and try to find one by one. So aluminum addition is basically done for the deoxidation purpose. Okay, so that aluminum will react with the oxygen and that will produce Al2O3. Okay, so aluminum addition is basically done for deoxidation, so P we can match through this 2. Argon stirring is basically done for homogenization, because argon is inert gas and this will not effect on the composition of steel. Okay, so this argon stirring is basically done for homogenization. Okay, and third one is oxygen injection. So oxygen injection is basically done for the decarbonization purpose, so that carbon will react with this oxygen and that will produce the CO2 and CO gas, and that will leave the steels. Okay, so this oxygen injection is basically known as basically done for the decarbonization purpose. So R we can match for by 3. So next one is calcium carbide injection. So calcium carbide injection is done for two purpose. First one is for inclusion modification, and the second one is for removing of sulfur, for the removal of sulfur also. Okay, so these are the two objectives of this calcium carbide injection. So as calcium carbide injection we can match through this desulfurization, so 4. So what is the code we are having? So that is 2134. Okay, so the options which is starting other than 2 we can cross, because we know the concept behind this matching type of questions, and we are sure that this will be the correct code for this question. Okay, so B option is wrong, A option is wrong. Next option is C. So C is having 2134, so this is correct. And what about this D? D is wrong because 2 3. Okay, so Q having 3 means organ stirring is basically used for decarbonization, so this is basically wrong. Okay, so this option is also wrong. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is C option. Okay, so please try to do matching type of questions like this in exam. Okay, so that you can avoid the mistakes in exam during that pressure. Okay, so C part is correct here. Next question is classification of metal forming processes into hot and cold working is based on the following parameter. Okay, so this hot working and cold working, or other sense you can say that warm working, which is in between of this hot and cold. Okay, so these all processes are classified according to the recrystallization temperature. Okay, because the recrystallization plays important role during this working process. Okay, so above this recrystallization temperature, that is known as hot working, or below this, that is known as cold working. In somewhere between hot and cold working there is a warm working also. Okay, so I have already discussed about these hot working and cold working classification in one of the video. You can go through the playlist of manufacturing processes and you can watch that video. Okay, so here the correct answer is C part. So recrystallization temperature is correct answer here. Okay, so C part is correct. Thank you guys for your attention. Hope you have understood these concept. Hope you have understood these questions, and also we will come with some more questions in our upcoming videos. Please have some patience, because I have already many works to do. So in between these works I will try to upload more and more videos as much as I can do before the GATE exam. So please try to focus on your studies and try to prepare for GATE exam, which is after 1 month. Okay, so thank you, and subscribe our channel, press bell icon for getting notification. Thank you.